Hey guys, welcome to lesson 2 on how to design automatic social marketing and digital marketing for your business. So let's continue our session. In our previous session, we have discussed how you can quickly access your products using database connection with MySQL, and you can quickly identify different tags for your product. Now, once you have got different tags, now we need to extract information from different sources available on internet so as to identify trends and identify requirements with respect to your product. So let's say we have an X product which is available for customers to buy, but we need to let the customer understand the importance of the product and what is the utility of the product which your brand or which your company is selling. So now we are going to create a code wherein we are going to search on internet resources to identify requirements as well as trends with respect to industry, so that the consumer will understand what is the exact requirement of the product which your company is selling. So on third cell, we have defined a function known as remove HTML tags. Now what we are going to do with the function, we are going to remove HTML tags out of the resources which we will be collecting from external sources. So now, when it comes to our educational business, what we are going to do when somebody does a course with an educational company, one of the biggest requirement of the customer is to identify how he is going to use the skills which he has learned with respect to his career as a startup or if he is serving any company. So what we are going to do, LinkedIn could be considered as one of the most important social network wherein information about career and recruitment is available. Along with we have various resources like Hirest, and there are various resources like Intern Shala and other options like Smart Recruiters, from where job-based information can be collected. So there are other sources also like Naukri.com, where Naukris are available for individual people, and there are various big companies who are actually sharing information about various jobs available like monster.com, and there are various job-based websites. So now what we do with respect to the product available with us, we quickly communicate to internet sources, and from different sources, we try to automatically collect the information, which is also known as extraction of the information. Once we extract the information, we have to transform the information with respect to our product line. And once this transformation is done, we have to create a website, or let's say we have to create a web page wherein we are going to display this transformed information to the consumer, and we are going to load this information to our main data repository, and we are going to publish it on our web server. Once this is published, then we have to attract the consumer to come to that information in order to identify what is the actual requirement in the industry, or else what is the requirement of the product which we are selling. So we are going to extract that information. This is generally falls under data engineering solutions, wherein it is most popularly known as ETL and data warehousing solutions. So we have integrated a customized ETL and data warehousing solution with our digital marketing product, so that we can extract the information from different sources. We will be able to transform the data which has been collected, and finally we are going to load that information onto the server, and then we are going to share the information of the loaded product to the existing customers, like retargeting the consumer, as well as we will be publishing that information publicly over social networks like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google My Business page, as well as so as to reach out to the maximized audience. We will be creating some automated ads for the information which we collected. So it depends on your individual business, what kind of targeting would you like to make. So we'll continue with that, and we'll make you understand how you can quickly target your kind of consumer. So in this, we are going to define a remove HTML tags function. This is like a data processing which we will be doing in. So within this method, what we are going to do, we have imported regular expressions, import RE. What we are going to do, we are going to compile our regular expressions so as to remove HTML tags. As you all know, when it comes to an HTML tag, let's say if you're a web designer, you can quickly understand that all the HTML based information which is available on web, let's say it is available in this tag format. So what we are going to do, we are going to identify all these HTML tags using this compile regular expression, and we are going to skip the tags out, and we are going to quickly collect the data available. This clean data, we are going to remove the tags, and then we are going to remove the spaces, and then we are going to return data back for analysis. So these are some of the steps which we will be doing in here. So on this step, on first step, we have identified all the tags. We have removed all the tags from the data. Then we have cleaned the data. We have removed the tags with spaces, with the empty spaces. And then we have removed all the spaces in case if there is any space available in the data. And finally, we are going to return data back whenever we are going to call remove HTML tags. Now, let's come to the next information, which is displayed over here. So guys, now you can see that we have defined a function. Now we are going to extract the job-based information out of various sources available. So for this, first of all, you need Selenium. Selenium is an automation tool. Using Selenium, what you can do is you can define your custom method so that your crawler can go to different sources, and he will be able to extract information, the tag-based information as per the code defined by you. And you have to import a web driver from Selenium package. And as you already remember, we have already installed Selenium libraries on the very top cell. We also need time because we will be delaying our extraction process with some seconds, and we will be posting our data to our consumers with a certain time frame. Hence, we need to use a time library also. Along with that, we have to import WebDriver wait from support.ui package available in Selenium. We also need to extract expected conditions because sometimes the page doesn't load. So you have to ensure that, okay, when the page is loaded, only then you are going to extract the information from the sources. Followed by, you are going to use some common properties and the timeout exception. In case if the page is not loaded and the timeout has been done, then you need to handle the timeout exception so that your code does not get halted or terminated in between if the data is not available. As well as we will be importing pandas library, and we are going to create an object PD. Using pandas, we are going to collect the data. We are going to put data from different sources onto a data frame. Then we are going to process according to our requirements, and then we are going to load it onto our web server. As well as you will be handling stale element reference exception. Sometimes what happens when you try to collect the data from a resource, the element may not be available or the element may go stale. Hence, we have to handle stale element reference exception also. Requests have been already imported previously, but we have again imported over here. So you can skip this line of code. Now what we are going to do, we also need to have a Chrome driver. Using this Chrome driver, our automation tool is going to open Chrome, and he is going to open the resources and try to extract information from there. So we have got webdriver.chrome. You can quickly download it from Google. You can go to Google and you can type in Chrome driver, download for the latest Chrome version which is available. Once you have got that, you can quickly download in your users directory. So my current user is C users Hackweather. So within this users directory, I have pasted Chrome driver.exe file, and this file should be available on the path from where you are executing your Python scripts. So let's say if I'm currently executing my Python script from C users Hackweather directory, which is default Jupyter directory where all our scripts are maintained. So the current script which we are using is our Hackweather complete digital marketing. So that we will be using, and we are going to use Chrome. Now, once we open Chrome, we are going to maximize the window. We have created an empty directory known as empty dictionary known as job dictionary. Within this job dictionary, we are going to collect job-based information with respect to our products from different sources, and then we are going to transform it and load it onto the server. Now, it totally depends. Let's say if you're selling a product and that product based information is available on Google. So you can quickly go for Google and extract the information from there, as well as you can quickly identify a list of websites from where you want to extract the process. Currently in this demonstration, I will be showing you with LinkedIn that how we extract information out of LinkedIn and how we process that information so as to make it useful for the consumer whom we are serving. Now, finally, we will be having an index counter so that in case if we want to start marketing from a specific index of a job or from a specific index of job, we can do that. Now, out of the job dictionary, which we have got in the previous cell, we are going to iterate over this job dictionary. And for each item in the job dictionary, we are going to define two information. We are going to extract, we are going to loop through all the job dict items, which means our course item. We are going to extract that. We are going to grab their ID and we are going to get the name of the search element which we need to search with respect to our product. Now, finally, we are going to take that job name as a keyword. From where I'm getting this job name, we have defined job names for every individual product which we have in our database. So from there, we are collecting the job name information. You can also refer to our previous video, lesson 1 video, so as to understand how we extracted our products and the jobs depending on that product. In the previous lesson, we have already discussed that. Now, so we will be looking for India location as the main country we are currently serving with our digital education is India. So we will be looking for opportunities in India so that our consumer will get to know that, okay, these are the opportunities available in India. These are the requirements available in India. And this is how we need to prepare. So you can change the country name, or else with respect to your product requirement, you can quickly identify what all properties you need to define so as to collect the appropriate information, extract information from different sources. Now, so using Chrome automation, using the function browser.get, we have defined a URL from where we are going to collect the information. So we are going to collect the information of the job with respect to India location, and we have specified some other properties also. That is with respect to our business model. If you have any different business model, you may be having different resources, and there would be different properties which would be required to extract the process from that. Now, once we have got this information, now we are going to extract information from some elements on that web source. So let's say the information is available under job search result list. We will be extracting that information. Out of that list, we will be extracting the job result cards. And once we have got a job result card, we are going to get a list of jobs available for that particular product. And then we are going to loop through each job. We are going to identify the information available within that, and accordingly, we are going to process it. So this is the extraction process which we are currently doing. Out of ETL, we will be extracting data here. And in the next cell, we may be transforming the data as per the requirement. And then finally, we will be loading the information onto the server. And finally, once ETL has been done, the data has been collected, the data has been analyzed, then we are going to market the data to the consumer. Now, so let's quickly go back to the next cell. So here we go here. So out of all the jobs, now we are going to identify individual elements from where we need to extract the information. So we are going to grab the complete link. We are going to get the reference link of the resource for references. We can use this. Then we are going to read the screen reader text. We are going to get the title. We are going to get the subtitle, location, and the description of the job information. That's what we're going to extract with respect to our product. Now, we have extracted the job information. We have got the job link. We have got the description text. We have got inner HTML of the data. And finally, we have used some regular expressions. We have removed HTML tags initially out of the description so that we can quickly grab the text-based information and we can process it accordingly with natural language toolkit. And finally, we are going to subtract some special symbols out of the data. And once this is done, we are going to lower the description so that we get all the unique words in the lower format, and then we can tokenize all the words. And we are going to remove the punctuations, which I have already discussed as we did in the previous lesson for our products. So we are going to remove all the punctuations. We are going to remove all the stop words out of the data, and finally we are going to maintain a course list. Now, once we maintain a course list, after processing the information from the external sources, we're going to extract job title, company, location, logo, link, description, and we are going to append this information in the job list so that we can further process it. So once this is done, now we are going to perform an automation wherein the crawler will go to a link, is going to extract certain information, and once the information has been extracted, then we are going to perform uh, transformation and loading part. So this is the extraction process. Now I'm going to run the cell so that you guys will get to know how this automatically will be done. So now we are going to go to the resource. We have maximized the window. Post maximizing the window, now we are extracting individual information with respect to the information available for the products which we are selling. So this is an automation happening at the moment from different sources. We are collecting the information, and then after collection of the information, you can actually transform it and process it. Now, when it comes to ETL, there are various hiring partners which are connected to us. We communicate to those partners and we extract information from their APIs. So all that thing you also need to understand. You should be able to communicate to the APIs from the partners from where you're going to collect the information. In case if you don't have an API and if you are using the reference, then you can quickly collect the information automatically as well by writing Selenium code. So let's get it done. So for every product, we are identifying the requirements in the industry. So these products are our educational products. When it comes to your business, you can identify your reference websites where information and attributes and property based information is available about your products, whatever you are selling. So you can grab that information from there also. So now in this stage, what we are doing is we are doing an extraction process, and this extraction process is completely automated. You don't need to put a person so as to identify the information and match it accordingly. With respect to data analysis part, you will be able to do it automatically. So now, as you all know, till now, what you guys need to understand, the first thing which you guys need to know is Python programming language, which is very easy language. You can also take up a course with Python with Hackveda so that we can train you how you can successfully use Python in order to complete your requirements so as to promote your business and perform the extraction process. As well as once you are done with that, you also need to understand about automation process. Automation, there are various frameworks available for automation on desktop, on web, on mobile. So we have excellence in all kinds of automation programs which are available with respect to mobile phones as well as for the web. So if you also have the knowledge of automation, then you will be able to perform extraction process successfully. Now, so once you guys can see, we have got the extraction process done. Now we are going to quickly see what all information has been collected. So now we have got information collected in a dictionary based format for various information available. So now during this, we have done some collective information wherein, let's say, we have got information about a research engineer who's working at, who required at American Express at a specific location, Gurgaon, Haryana, India. We have got the reference logo of the brand, as well as we have identified the link where the application has to be done. And post that description information, we have quickly analyzed this description also. And on the basis of the description, we have identified certain number of programs which we are offering, which is required for this kind of profile. So now you can quickly see that this process combines extraction of the information from different sources and analyzing the information at the same time. Since we have a limited number of products as of now, so we don't have a pretty huge data for analysis, but I would like to suggest, in case if you're working for a big firm wherein petabytes of data is being extracted and then you have to analyze it, then you should use a data warehousing tool like Amazon Redshift. Sooner, we will be posting certain video series on how to perform enterprise level ETL and data warehousing and how to implement data warehousing solutions. So these video series will be upcoming series. in order to get information about all these things, you can quickly take up a membership with respect to any product which is available on our website, and then you will be able to gain access to all these resources which we are providing to the programmers and to the professionals, so that they can excel in their job and they can do it in a pretty nice way. So now, since we have extracted the data, we have done basic data pre-processing, we have transformed the data into a dictionary format, we have collected the appropriate information, and now we will be processing this information further. So now once the automation has been done, now we have used some smart strings so as to prepare the digital content with respect to the information which has been extracted. Now we are going to run smart string. Smart string is generally used and escape is generally used so as to escape the special symbols, as well as smart string is also used to process the Unicode information or Unicode symbols which may come when you extract the data. So you need to clean that. So that's why we are using smart string, and we'll be using it downstairs. So this is the next line of code which you guys need to implement. Finally, now what we have to do? We have collected the information, but now after collecting this information, we need to create a web page. So now here we need a web designer. So see how many requirements we are removing when it comes to data analysis in Python for digital marketing. One, we would be needing a database professional who can connect to the database and manage the database. So we can do it automatically with the Python script. We have extracted the information also. Second, we need an automation engineer who can quickly automate extraction of information. We have already done that with Selenium automation. Now, once the automation has been done and the data has been extracted and analyzed, now we need a web designer who can create web pages. Since the data is pretty large, it will take a very long time for an individual web designer to design it. So what we are doing now is we are automating web designing as well. So for web designing, what we need is there are certain things which we require. We need to have the HTML template. We can design an HTML template, how we want our page to look like. And I am also going to show you how we do that. Post that, we need to push in certain images over the template. We need to specify the how the page will look like when we share it on Facebook. We need to add on some text and image based information for Twitter, for LinkedIn, for Google. So we need to specify all that information. So for this, now the one next thing which we will be doing is we will be customizing our information by taking some images. So now what I want to do is I will be using Hackveda's images so as to attach those images with respect to the content, so as to uh, so as to so that when we share that information over any social network, it must look like relevant to our Hackveda's brand. So now, what we are going to do, we are going to read the images from a directory. So we have collected certain photographs which we have got from various conferences and various events, various classes which we generally do at our office. So here under C drive, we have got a directory known as photos, and within this we have got a pool of photographs which we will be using for digital marketing purpose. So these are some of the photographs which are already being taken at Hackveda at various conferences and classes and our classroom trainings, whatever we provide. So we have got all these photographs which we are going to use in our digital marketing campaigns. Now, so here, guys, as you all can see, we have got these photos. So now we will walk through this directory. So we're going to get a random image so that we can specify certain information over that image, and we are going to publish that image with in the web, as well as we can integrate it in the meta information so as to optimize it for search engines and social media. Now here, so we have defined the get random function. We've got a list of empty files. Under this files, we are going to store the files which have been identified. So using the walk function, we are going to crawl under the photos directory, and we are going to extract information like directory path, directory names, and the file names. So we are going to extract all the files available in that directory, and we are going to use the extend function in Python so as to add on these file names into the list. So under the files list, we are going to get all the files. And finally, using range function of random library, we are going to randomly select a file out of all the files which are available. We are going to get that file. We are going to read the path of the file, and finally we are going to return the path of the image so that we can modify the image with our copyrighted logos and with our text-based information. We can prepare the image for the web page, and then we can integrate it into the web page. So let's scroll over the photos directory. Now what we are going to do here, now we are performing search engine optimized imaging. There are various search engines like Google, Bing, and then you have various social networks like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. For every social network, there is a different image size. So we need to define a function wherein we are going to modify our image with respect to the requirement. So now we are importing some libraries like import OS. We have imported PIL. PIL helps you write data over the image. You can modify images using PIL library. In order to read remote images from URL, we generally use bytes IO input output, wherein we connect to a URL, we grab the bytes based information from there, and then we regenerate an image and we modify the image as per the requirement. Then you would be needing requests so that you can send get post request. We have also imported FTP here so that once we create an image, we are going to upload this image onto the server. As you all know, when we create an image, it's a tough task that you have to again continuously sync or upload your photographs onto the server. So we have automated the process. So using the file transfer protocol using FTP library, we are going to upload the images on our server using FTP. And once the images has been uploaded, we are going to define the path and we are going to integrate that with our web application. Now, we have also used OS so that we can perform path based operations whenever we need to get a path of a file. We can do that easily with OS library as well as the file input library. So now we have defined two functions, create SEO image. So we create our SEO image. Now I would like to define the latest function which we generally use, that is create SEO image one. So for this create search engine optimized image one, what we generally do, we provide for information to this image creation function. Here, we take a photograph from photos directory and we modify it with respect to our social network. We append a logo over that, we append some text over that, and then we use the image with our web page. So what we are doing, we are getting the image from the image URL, whatever is coming. We are reading the bytes from that image. We are opening that image with an object known as logo IM. Then we are resizing that. We are getting the size of the image so as to identify what is the size of the image which has been extracted. Once the image has been identified, we resize it to a specific dimension according to our image. Then we have used our logo. We have resized the logo. We have got a random image from our photos directory so that we can quickly attach the brand logo over that image, whatever we have got. And finally, we have got the original size of the image. Once you have got the size, we have specified some black background. Also, we have resized the black background according to the requirement. Then we have pasted the logo over the original image. So these are the brand logos which will be pasted on our image, which we have randomly selected from the photos directory. Then we have defined two messages, the title which we want to show and the message which we want to show to the consumer. So title would be the job-based information which we have to inform to our consumer, as well as Hackveda and the company. Whatever information we will be collecting, we'll be showing that there. Then we are identifying the font size with respect to image width. Some images may be wider, some images may be in portrait format, some may be in landscape format. So with respect to every image, you have to customize your text. So for that, we are quickly selecting the font size with respect to the image which is available. So with respect to length of the messages, we have taken font size like 80, 60, and 40. If the number of characters are more, then the font size will be little less so that we can quickly specify the information. In case if the text is very large, then we are going to terminate it. So we are going to take a length of the text size, and we are going to calculate the width percent, and finally after calculating the width percent, we are going to draw the text over the image. So here we are using the Microsoft the Sans serif format, which is by default available in Windows. So you can quickly select your font type, whatever font type you want to use and whatever font type you want to apply over that image. You can download various fonts, and you can quickly specify the path of your custom font which you have downloaded from internet. Then we have drawn the text and we have calculated the size. Now after calculation of the size, we are doing some trimming operations so that our text could be adjusted well over the image. Now, once this has been done, we have specified the black background where we want to paste the black background. Then we have drawn the text over the images, and we have quickly generated the images in the we are going to save the generated customized image in the main page I directory where we keep all our images. So I would quickly like to show you under our C drive, C projects, hack with a website, under main page, under a directory known as I, we have all the images which is available. So now, if you want to quickly see a random image, so let's say we have a random image from photos, and out of that random image, we have taken that information, like we have defined the brand logo over that image, as well as we have defined the title of the program, and we have specified the information of the brand or the required company. So we have pasted that over the image. So you can do that accordingly. You can design your images as per your requirements. So we do follow a lot of different designs. So all this process is completely automated. We define information somewhat like this. Also, when we collect information from a source like top data science interview questions, and then we define the text base, we define our logo. So all these images are generated, modified by programming only. So that's like a complete automation. So you don't need to do all these things manually with respect to a number of products. I know it becomes very difficult that you cannot design images for every individual product, but if you have the right information, if you know about programming, if you know data analysis, you will be able to customize all this thing programmatically so as to make your life easy. So this is a complete solution, and as soon as you progress further, you'll understand the power of programming and collectively integrating the knowledge of digital marketing, data analysis, programming, automation, so as to make up a complete product. And by this, you can actually save 4 or 5 positions which you need to pay for in order to maintain your marketing in daily life. So this solution is very effective for small scale businesses and medium scale businesses uh, where the number of employees are less, and the marketing needs a lot of rigorous implementation. So you can make use of, you can learn the skills, and you can quickly customize your marketing so that you can maintain all. And one of the best part is, for a small scale business or for a medium scale business, the vision of the owner is, let's say there is a vision of the owner, but sometimes it becomes very difficult for that owner to explain his vision to all the team members, for the web designer, for the digital marketing. So in case if you being an owner, what you can do is you can quickly customize your marketing solution so that your vision can reach out to your consumer in an effective way. Now, we are going to resize for Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as for Twitter, because there are different sizes for both. So we are going to save different images, one for OG and open source, and second for Twitter based images. Then what we are doing is we have 3 websites. One website is hackwither.in, hackwither.co.in, and hackwither.ca. So we have 3 websites where we run these applications. So what we are doing is using FTP protocol. Now we are uploading the image on all the 3 servers at whatever location is required. So now this is something like pretty good. Let's say you have 3 replicas of your application. If one goes down, you have another. If second goes down, you have third. Similarly, like a cloud platform. So we are maintaining 3 locations where our application is running. So we maintain it in a very single go. So as soon as we generate an image, we are going to upload it on all the 3 servers, and the applications will be hosted on all the 3 servers, and the linking will be done. Now, using open function, we are going to open the file. We are going to select the base file, and we are going to call the store binary function so as to upload the file. So using this way, we will be uploading all the image files on the server. And finally, we are going to get the path where the file has been hosted. So as soon as the file has been deployed onto the server, we are going to get the path of the image, and then we can add that image URL, and we can integrate that with our web page. Now, once we guys have got this, finally, we have got a save HTML function wherein we are going to grab the job ID and job data. Now, out of the job data, we are going to extract the information of title, company. We are going to perform some text processing over here. Then we are going to create a search engine optimized image. This is the function which we have discussed in the previous cell. And once this is done, we are going to grab the information. Then we are going to make a connection to our SQL server, and we're going to extract the important information. And here we have defined our HTML template. So what you guys can do is you can quickly create an HTML template. I am going to show you. Let's say we can create a template in bracket, a web template, and then you can take that template code and you can use it under your Python code. So let's say if I have an example over here, RB Digital. So there is one template which I have taken over here, and using that one template, I'm also going to show you how the template looks like. So using the live preview, we can quickly see the template. So here the template looks somewhat like this, wherein on the left hand side, we are going to have a logo, we are going to have a course list, we are going to have the brand name, we are going to have Facebook and Twitter handle. Along with, we will be having the logo of the user. Then we are going to have the important information which we have collected. Then we have the apply now link, along with the course based information which is required to complete this kind of job. Okay, so that's what is required, and that's what is the template which we are going to generate. So now I've already shown you that. So this is the template which we will be using, and we have defined that template, and we have defined that HTML code here itself. And whatever data we need to concatenate, we have concatenated the titles, the company, the search engine images, and the logo and the description. Whatever new data is required over that template, we are defining that template. We are defining information, we are styling the information over here. And at the very top here, you have some of the search engine optimized information. So here we have the search engine optimized information for Google. Then we have open graph information, which is followed by Facebook and LinkedIn and WhatsApp. Then we have the Twitter based meta information also integrated here. So you can define your customized keywords. You can also, we also generally refer for the custom keywords from keyword planner tool, so as to identify what kind of search people are doing. And then over that search information, we specify our custom text over the title and the description, so as to customize each and every page in an individual format, so that it is pointing directly to the consumer requirement and to the consumer search what consumer is searching. So now, once we have defined the title and the image based information and everything, image URL also I would like to show you here. So here we have returned the SEO images, and this SEO image will be concatenated to the OG image property, so that whatever customized images you have created, that will be concatenated in the HTML code itself. So now we have defined the HTML page, and once we have defined the HTML page, now what we are going to do, we have extracted the course list. relevant to the IDs for this particular description. Now, once we have got that descriptive information, we have calculated the number of days, the number of months, and the number of year the duration of the program would be when it comes to collection, whatever is the price. So we are getting all that information from the data, from the database. And once we have got that customized information, now what we're going to do, we have specified the footer based information also here. And once this is done, we have integrated our WhatsApp call to action, Facebook call to action, our talk to mentor call to action, so that it is available on all the pages, so that whenever a consumer lands up on your page, he will be able to communicate to your marketing team or sales team, so that they can quickly uh, resolve the queries of the consumer, as well as as well as they can convert it into sales. So here, finally, we're going to close the connection, and we're going to define a page under main page, jobs page. We're going to create these web pages. Once these web pages will be created locally, we will be having a backup local, as well as we will be uploading this information over our server, as well as once we are going to upload it, we are going to insert the data into the database that yes, finally we have uploaded the program or the page onto the server, so as to check whether all the files and everything has been uploaded properly. So now you can see that till here we have done the extraction, transformation, and loading process. So this is the data warehousing process which we will be doing in. And now let's just quickly run this program. So before that, I'm going to call this cell where the HTML pages will be created. And finally, I'm calling a new function where we are going to generate the HTML pages. So now what will be done? We have a job dictionary. Out of the job dictionary, we are going to extract all the information. We are going to analyze the information with respect to the requirements. Then we are going to create the images. We are going to upload the images. We are going to create the pages. We are going to integrate images on the pages. We are going to specify all the title, description, and every information which we want to put it on that HTML page. We are going to do that. Then we are going to create the page on a local machine. Then we are going to sync that web page to the server side. Once the data has been uploaded, for checksum, we will be inserting information onto the database that yes, the page has finally been saved. So now let's start the process. So now here, now the automation will start. We have created an image and we have got a page ready. We are connecting to the FTP. Using FTP, we will be uploading our data on all the three servers where we are maintaining the replicas. Once that information will be done, the pages are going to be created. So now you can see this is an automatic process. This will be done for all the information which is available with us. And now here you can quickly see the pages will be created here. So in the jobs page, you can see that all these pages have been automatically created for individual information, for individual requirements with our automated digital marketing tool. So now you can understand that now you have skipped the web designer, you have skipped an automation engineer, you have skipped a database engineer. Three peoples have been skipped by simply running the scripts. So now what you can do is, in case if you are running a business and you are not clear that what market should I target and what all URL I should be targeting so as to extract the information, in that case, Hackveda's digital marketing services are available for you, so that in case if you are planning an automation for your business, you can speak to us so that we can help you out that how you can do all these three things, like maintaining the database, then extraction of information from different sources, transforming the information, analyzing the information. We can quickly help you out in making a customized marketing solution for you also. Moreover, those who are programmers, those who are understanding this stuff, they can write their own scripts with respect to the reference scripts which we are showing here, and you can help people market their products and identify trends, perform analysis, and automation of web designing, automation of uploading, and everything automated. So that will really help a small scale and a low scale and medium scale businesses where the number of people are less, as well as the solution can work for large scale enterprises also, but with different set of tools wherein we need to have good data warehousing solutions like Amazon Redshift and various ETL tools are also available, which you need to understand so that you will be able to handle petabytes of information. The approach will be same, but handling big information is one of the challenges with bigger enterprises. So you need to be aware with those solutions also. Now, so you can see that now these web pages are being created. They will be pushed over this. And by the time, what we can do is we can quickly refresh the page and we can see that now these pages have been updated and the latest information which is available is being uploaded onto our web page. So guys, now you can see that we are extracting information with respect to the product we are creating. We are understanding the requirements. We are transforming the requirements with respect to our product line so that we can quickly explain the requirement of the product to the consumer. And once this is done, then you will be able to market the product. So for this session, I hope you all are pretty clear that how you can quickly automate extraction, transformation, loading process so as to automate your data extraction, data transformation, designing of images, designing of web pages, and publishing your pages on the server, and that too automatically. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. In the next session, we will identify analysis over the consumer so as to retarget the consumer and perform recommendations to them. And in the upcoming sessions, we also will be discussing that how you can quickly share your products to social media so that to perform social media marketing and search engine marketing and creating automated ads with respect to interest so that you get the right audience seeing your product, and finally you will be able to increase the sales. Thank you so much for watching.